Hello, thank you for joining me today. I'm going to show you just how to make the elements of this card, the flowers and the leaves, as easy as possible without causing you too much stress. You'll see that it's got a look, sort of it's got a shimmer because of the heat embossing, but it's also they're all a little bit spattered, and it's the smoosh technique. So I just thought I'd show you how to do those bits, and then you can create your own card. So first of all, you need to take some Whisper White cardstock and your embossing buddy, and you just want to dab this all over the card, and this just takes away any finger oils and stops the embossing powder sticking where you don't want it. You need a Versamark pad, and I've got 2 stamps from the Cake Soiree set. I'm just going to ink those and then stamp a few across this piece of card. So I do that. You can just about see where you've stamped. Obviously you don't want to stamp too many over the top of each other. And then I'm going to cover them in silver embossing powder. Just put the lid back on there. Hold my piece of stamping over a powder tray. And then let that all just tap it gently so it all falls down over the flowers below. And if you then keep tapping it, you get rid of any excess powder. I'll pop that out of the way. Ooh. And then I'll just heat emboss those very quickly. I'm going to heat from below first of all, and that just sort of seals the powder onto the card. And the advice is that you do what you do to the bottom of the card, you do to the top, and that hopefully keeps it nice and flat. So, and you can see those changing now. Those will be die cut, and then we'll do the smooshing stage. So there's the last one, just about to get die cut. And we can smoosh those now. Okay, so we've cut out the flowers. Now we want to cut the leaves, and they come in this really cute little die, which has got 3 different main leaves, and then these 2 little fronds that you can cut out as well. Now they're tiny, and it's fiddly trying to glue them. So I've cut my piece of old olive cardstock, and I've cut a piece of double-sided adhesive sheet, which is from Sizzix and sold by Stampin Up. And you just have to very carefully peel off one of the backing papers and then stick that onto your piece of cardstock, preferably making sure that you don't go over the edge of the cardstock, otherwise you'll have a gluey bit showing, and hence you might notice the blue mark on my cutting pad. Also, don't stick it that way because you'll end up with adhesive upwards. You want, although the leaves are 2-way, ideally you want it on this side, on the cardstock side. You pop that on your Big Shot or die cutting machine. I'm using the magnetic plate and some very old cutting plates, as you can see, and winding that through. I'm going to go twice because I've got that extra layer, and the adhesive backing is a little bit fiddly and I'm not always very keen to cut. So if we take those out, and you can see that those instantly have cut out. And if I just turn that one over, you'll see it's still got the backing paper on, ready for me to peel off, and it's then already glued, and I'm not fiddling about getting sticky fingers. So those are all ready to go. This one has got extra little pieces inside, which I can flick out afterwards. As you can see, the backing paper doesn't cut as well, so that one's already sticky, so I'm just going to put that to one side and we'll pop that over there. Now we've got to smoosh our flowers. So I've got my silicone mat and I've got the 2 ink pads that I want to use. I've got Calypso Coral and Berry Burst, and you don't need very much ink. If you just open it up and just on there like so, and then use your darker one and overlap them a little bit. I've got my flowers already die cut here now, and I've also got a Stampin' Up spritzer tool which has just got tap water in, and I'm going to just very gently spritz. So I haven't done an awful lot of spritzing because I want speckles, and I'm just going to then pop the flowers on there gently, turn them over, and you can see them picking up the colour. That looks a little bit airbrushed, and you get some of these wet blobs, but they'll dry out, and you just want to pick the nice little spots where the ink is. Now I can spritz this one a little bit further, and then if we put those on like so, just tap them down with your fingers, lift them off, and you get some fantastic speckly colour smooshing. Now there's different ways of doing it. This is one that I've quite enjoyed doing and found it quite easy and reasonably mess free. If you're a bit tizzy about your fingers getting inky, you can always use a pair of tweezers to pick them up. But it gives some awesome effects, especially with the silver embossing. You get these lovely flowers. Now you can leave them to dry, and they will dry quite quickly, or again use your heat tool if you want to. Now most of these have come out fairly Calypso Corally, so I'm just going to revisit with that a little bit. Spritz, and then we can get a little bit more. Depends where you push it down and how much ink you want on it. But there we go. So that's how I did my flowers and created my card. They were already die cut, and then as you can see I've layered them with the leaves that I also cut, and the leaves, as I've said, were ready to stick straight away because they've already got the adhesive on the back. I'm not going to push that one down because I don't want it stuck on there. The stamp, "May your day be as wonderful as you, happy birthday," is also from the Cake Soiree stamp set, which gives you lots of options for wedding and birthday cakes. Birthday cards, sorry. So thank you for joining me today, and I hope you'll enjoy the technique. Thank you. Bye-bye.